In the vast tapestry of existence, spirituality and quantum sciences intertwine in fascinating ways. Imagine that everything we perceive is merely a fraction of a greater reality. Quantum physics reveals that particles exist in a state of possibility until observed, much like our thoughts and intentions shaping our experiences. This suggests that consciousness plays a pivotal role in the universe. When we meditate, we tap into this quantum field, aligning our vibrations with the energy around us. It's as if we're tuning into a cosmic symphony where our inner state influences the outer world. The concept of non-locality in quantum mechanics echoes ancient spiritual teachings. We are all interconnected, transcending time and space. By embracing this connection, we can harness the power of intention, manifesting our desires through focused thought. So, as we explore the mysteries of both spirituality and quantum sciences, we uncover the profound truth that we are not just observers of reality, but active participants in its creation. Quantum science, particularly quantum mechanics and quantum consciousness, reveals profound connections to spirituality. Here are key concepts that highlight this interconnectedness. 1. The observer effect. Quantum science. In quantum mechanics, the observer effect states that the act of observing a particle can influence its behavior. Electrons, for example, exist in a state of probability until observed, collapsing into a definite state. The spiritual connection. This aligns with spiritual teachings that consciousness shapes reality. Many spiritual traditions suggest that our thoughts, intentions, and awareness influence the material world, similar to how observation affects quantum particles. 2. Non-locality. Entanglement. Quantum science. Quantum entanglement describes particles connected across vast distances, where the state of one instantly influences the other, defying classical physics. And spiritual connection. This reflects the spiritual idea of oneness, where all beings and the universe are interconnected beyond time and space. It supports concepts like telepathy, synchronicity, and collective consciousness. 3. Wave-particle duality. Quantum science. Light and matter exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties depending on how they're measured. This duality defies traditional logic. Spiritual connection. This mirrors the dual nature of existence, physical and non-physical, material and spiritual. It aligns with Eastern philosophies like Taoism, which speaks of dualities, yin-yang, existing simultaneously. 4. Quantum superposition is a fundamental concept in quantum mechanics that describes a particle's ability to exist in multiple states at once, rather than just one definite state. In classical physics, an object is either in one state or another. For example, a coin is either heads or tails. But in quantum mechanics, a particle, like an electron, can exist in a superposition of states, meaning it could be in more than one state at the same time. A famous example of this is the thought experiment called Schrödinger's cat. In this scenario, a cat in a sealed box is simultaneously alive and dead, according to quantum mechanics, because the quantum state of the atom, which may decay and release poison, is in a superposition of decayed and not decayed states. Only when we open the box and observe does the superposition collapse into one definite state. The cat is either alive or dead. Superposition doesn't just apply to particles like electrons, but to quantum systems in general. It's key to technologies like quantum computing, where quantum bits or qubits can represent both 0 and 1 at the same time, making certain calculations exponentially faster than classical bits. Quantum science. Particles can exist in multiple states at once until observed. Schrödinger's cat thought experiment illustrates this paradox. A spiritual connection. Superposition resonates with the idea of multiple possibilities existing simultaneously, a concept in manifestation teachings where infinite realities are accessible through conscious choice. 5. The zero-point field, quantum vacuum. Quantum science. Even in a vacuum, a field of fluctuating energy exists, the zero-point field. It's considered the source of all potential matter and energy in the universe. Spiritual connection. This field parallels concepts like the Akashic records, the universal mind, or source energy, a spiritual dimension where all knowledge, potential, and consciousness exist beyond physical form. 6. Quantum consciousness. Theory. Some scientists propose that consciousness arises from quantum processes within the brain, e.g. the Penrose-Hameroff-Ochoa theory. Spiritual connection. This supports the idea that consciousness is not solely a byproduct of brain activity, but fundamental to the universe, as many mystical traditions claim. 7. Parallel universes, many worlds interpretation. Quantum science. The many worlds interpretation suggests that every quantum event spawns multiple realities, all existing simultaneously. The spiritual connection. This relates to spiritual ideas of multidimensionality, alternate realities, and the soul's experience across various lifetimes or planes of existence. 8. Time and reality illusions. Quantum science. Time is not absolute. It's relative and flexible, based on speed and gravity, Einstein's relativity. In quantum mechanics, past, present, and future can influence each other in complex ways. Spiritual connection. Many spiritual teachings view time as an illusion, with all moments existing in an eternal now. In some spiritual philosophies, there's the notion that everything is interconnected, that all beings, energies, or even moments in time are not separate, but part of a greater whole. In this view, multiple states of being or existence could be experienced simultaneously, like how in quantum mechanics, particles can exist in multiple states until they are observed or interacted with. One could argue that our spiritual connections, our bonds to others, to the universe, or even to ourselves, might be understood as existing all at once. It's as if our relationships or experiences aren't linear but layered, always present and ever evolving, much like the superposition of a quantum state. This kind of perspective can open up ideas like simultaneous past, present, and future connections, where time and space aren't as rigid as we normally perceive. For example, some spiritual traditions talk about oneness, or the now moment, where all things exist in a unified state, past, present, and future, perhaps analogous to quantum states that haven't collapsed into a single reality until we experience them. Practices like meditation and mystical experiences often transcend linear time perception. The essence of meditation in spirituality. Meditation is often described as the gateway to spiritual awakening. It is not merely a practice, but a state of being, a conscious awareness that transcends the mind's constant chatter and connects you to the essence of your true self. Definition. Meditation is a practice where an individual uses techniques like mindfulness, breath control, visualization, mantra, repetition, or contemplation to achieve mental clarity, emotional calmness, and spiritual connection. Spiritual significance. It helps dissolve the illusion of separation between the self and the universe, allowing one to experience unity consciousness, the realization that all existence is interconnected,